Hey guys, DC for TekSushi.com, the man in the hat is back to do another figure review. Today we're doing a very exclusive figure that I just got yesterday. One that cost me a fortune, but look, you know, it's not about the price, it's about the enjoyment, isn't it? So, without further ado, I have the new Hot Toys exclusive Midas Iron Man 3 figure. And just to show you the box, I don't mind the artwork on this box. I think this box is pretty cool. I actually really hope that all the other Iron Man 3 figures come with the same sort of artwork, because then they'll look good. A bit like the Avengers do. They're all similar and they display really nice. And then on the back, a bit hard to read all that. It's just the do's and don'ts, the warnings, the choking hazards, all that sort of thing. So, and half of it's in, I think, Chinese. So if you can read Chinese, you can read half this box. If one can't. Anyway, if I take this off, I've taken it out already, but it's the same old slipcase type thing that you get with most of these Hot Toys these days. And when we take him all out, we get something that looks like this, which is the Midas. First, before I show you and go through him, I'll show you some of the parts that come. Again, I've taken it out just so it's easier to explain it all. I don't want to lift it up too much because it's all going to fall, but you get two sets of hands, open, closed. I think one of those sets of hands has fingers that move, which is good. Articulation of the fingers, I think one doesn't, which is okay. We've got these little bits here, which I haven't really worked out what they're for yet. Let me zoom in and show you. Let me take my little autofocus off because it doesn't focus when I want it to. So we zoom in, it's a little bit like that. I can't really see, or maybe actually I think that could be the wrist or a wrist connection on the hand. If you want to have him, you know, doing the palm raise, I think that's what that's for. Looking at it now, silly me, I should have known that. So that's pretty cool. You can actually, with the articulated hands, you can get the palm raise, or the, what they call it, the laser deflection shooting thing. All you Iron Man fans will know what I'm talking about. Another really cool thing it comes with, I'm not sure if the Mark 7 comes with this, because I haven't got the Mark 7 yet, but it's coming, hopefully, is on his little gauntlet that sits on his wrist, a little missile rocket thing, which looks awesome. I think it's really well done. Doesn't come out, it's stuck in there, but that's okay. Again, it just clips in. You can see a little clip on this bit here. It will clip into his wrist somewhere. I haven't pulled mine apart much because I don't really like to do that with the Hot Toys. I like mine pretty stagnant, boring. And the last part that you get is his wing flaps, but I think this is one releasing bombs or flares. His flares that come out from the Mark 7 film. Avengers, you'll see it. He shoots the flares off. Unfortunately, being Midas in Iron Man 3, he's a blink and miss character, but I still think he's pretty cool. I really like his colour scheme, to be honest. I'm a lot more in favour of, sorry for disappearing, for keeping this guy, and yeah, I like the colour scheme. It's like the Iron Man 2 Mark II. I really like the silver. I think it works well. In gold, that works well too. Then you get the normal sort of the base bit. I'll show you the stand in a second. It's got the instructions in there. The instructions just tell you pretty much how to put those bits on that I just told you about. And it tells you about the stand, which I'll explain to you later. I have two issues with this stand. I love the stand, but I do have a couple of issues with it. So let me show you now, actually. Let me just unclip him. Okay, so this is the stand. I like the stand. I think it's pretty cool. It's a different sort of thing. I would like to have all my Iron Man on this stand, except for my Avengers Mark 7, which is fair enough because he's going to sit with my Avengers. The usual stand with the clip, the what do you call it, the waist clip. It does come with some cool things. It comes with little rubber in there, so it doesn't mark the Iron Man. But I've just noticed it does actually still mark a little bit because the rubber doesn't go to the very end, which is a bit silly. I thought that might go to the end. But I'll have to work out something how to stop that from happening, because I don't want little marks on my Iron Man that aren't supposed to be there. I'm a bit pedantic like that. Yeah, with the stand, the two things that bug me with it. Like, it looks awesome, it's fantastic, they're going to look fantastic as a group and all together. The thing that really bugs me with it is it looks like these bits here are lights. There's no light up function. And it actually states in the instructions, don't take the battery pack off the bottom of the stand because there's nowhere to put, you can put a battery in and nothing's going to light up. And I thought, well, that's a bit weird. I thought they were supposed to light up. My other bugbear is there's no nameplates. There's no name badges to say what it is, what mark it is, which is really, I think, sloppy on Hot Toys. Like, surely they could just put a little thing saying Midas. I don't know. I would have thought that's common sense. Since everything else they have normally does, unless it's an action sequence of rocks and stuff like that. But is it hard to write Midas? Probably not. I'm probably just being pedantic. But that's my bugbear. Anyway, on to him. The interesting about this one compared to the other ones, you know, with the light up eyes and so forth, you normally have a switch at the back. This one doesn't. You've got to take his face mask off, and there's an actual switch on the side here to shut up his eyes. But I haven't taken the plastic out. I normally don't. I don't care about the light up functions that much. But yeah, this is Midas Iron Man. And I really like this. It's hard to tell here in the camera, but you know, there's actually two tones of gold running through this. You can see a little bit on the arms. And I think it makes it stand out, and it makes it a lot more shaded, and I really like it. Better than, I've seen pictures of the Play Imaginative one, and I like this one better for the gold and the silvery sort of bits. I think it's well done. One thing I don't like, you can see, let me zoom in, and I'll show you. Oh yeah, you can see it there. See those little scratch marks? Now look, this has pretty much just come straight out of the box. I didn't do any of these little scratch marks. They're supposed to be where the battle damage paint stuff, but they just look like someone, my 8-year-old's got a texture and just drawn on it. So look, again, little letdowns for an exclusive that costs so much. You think they would have put a little bit more effort in, but again, hey, look, you either love it or you don't. Let me get this focus back in. It's starting to, my autofocus isn't working for you guys. Sorry about that. Let's focus in. There we go. His boots and shoes. And come down a bit and look at his arms. Overall, though, I think he's a kick-ass figure. He looks really good. He's going to stand out. He's going to pop in a collection. You know, some people who see it will go, "Wow, you got the Midas because it costs so much." I'm not about the cost. I think he looks. It's plastic here. I just haven't taken that out yet. So, oh, it's just come out there. I've taken it out now. Look, guys, I want my collection to look good, and I really like the Iron Man 3 suits, and I don't really mind that they weren't in it for long. I think they're going to make a really good display. That's more what I like about them. And I like the idea of them all standing pretty stagnant, as in like the Hall of Armor type situation on these round bases. I think they're going to look really good and really menacing. So, but overall, you know, we've got these flaps here, which are cool. Again, you can take them out and put the battle damage things. You've got the switches and the batteries that light up his arc reactor in his chest. There'll be ones also in his arms for the palm repulsor, if you want to put those hands on. But I just, again, don't take them out because I don't use the batteries, so it saves me having to worry about the batteries leaking and so forth. Look, if you're like me and you do like to have a collection, I really think this suit's pretty well worth getting. I think it's good if you can afford to get it. I was just lucky enough to get it a lot cheaper than the eBay prices, which I'm thankful for from a fellow collector of the 1/6 scale website, forums and so forth. A really good guy. I thank him very much for that. Look, people are going to love him, they're going to hate him. I actually really like him. I think he's a really cool figure. He's the Mark 7 mold, which I really like. There's subtle differences, I'm sure, but I haven't really looked into it, nor do I really want to. I'm not that anal about why suits look differently, but I have got the other suits coming also, so he's going to look really good with all of them standing there. Anyway, I'm DC for TekSushi.com. Hope you enjoy this. Hope it gives you a bit more of a look-see about the Hot Toys Midas Iron Man 3 exclusive figure. Again, I like it. hope you guys like it. Give me your results or your reviews or your comments or anything. Ask questions. There's not much more I can tell you about him. He's a hot toy. He's got all the articulation you want, you know, legs, hips, arms, everything. I just don't really move him around that much. Yeah, give me a bell. I'll answer whatever questions I can. Thanks for looking. Cheers, guys. Catch you next time.